My name is Piper Summers, I guess like more commonly known branding-wise as Pip Summers. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter, producer, performer, crazy lady. I started out making folk punk when I was like 14 years old. That's kind of what I've stayed doing, like gig-wise and like branding-wise again. But like on a personal level, I like making all sorts. I play like jazz piano. I play metal guitar sometimes. I make hyperpop music as a side project. I just like to keep it varied, you know. The whole reason I picked up doing music was as a form of therapy, basically. So the best way I could find to express myself through my own means was to pick up a guitar and just kind of write a lot of words. It's why I was drawn to folk punk as a genre so much. Like, it's a very accessible genre. Like, folk is incredibly accessible, punk is incredibly accessible. When you put them together, you get ultra accessible. It's been an outlet for me pretty much my whole life at this point, as long as I can remember anyway. I'm a huge fan of live music. My main form of doing music is gigging, so to be able to go out and play the songs that I've written about my experiences and to see other people in the room connect with that in real time is an incredibly rewarding thing for me. I recently sort of started listening to hyperpop a lot more, and part of that has been that it's a genre that's really heavily influenced and kind of dominated by trans women. And I find that so fascinating because, like, I can totally see why pitched up auto-tuned vocals would be so appealing to so many trans femmes. And I love how that's kind of, that need to kind of feminize their voices created an entire genre that's now being participated in by people who aren't trans women. I think that's a really cool thing. So yeah, engaging with that myself and trying to make hyperpop music is a really cool way to connect with my community and speak to the parts of myself that I don't often see represented. It's not necessarily individual, but like a big part of me that I get to connect with in an interesting way. And outside of that, I guess my individuality, because that's always been a big one, is I want to sort of put myself forward as a person and say, hey, look at me, because I spent a lot of time in my life feeling like I wasn't particularly seen. So I guess just finding the words that speak to me almost and putting that out there and saying like, hey, look at me, I'm here, witness me. I think every songwriter is different, obviously. Some people prefer to write in story form and engage in the truth through fiction. I'm very much a direct kind of person. I say exactly how I'm feeling or exactly what I'm thinking or what I've been going through. The reason I do what I do is to express the things I've been through. So if I go through something and I want to write a song about it, I'm not a subtle songwriter a lot of the time. I think that comes from my teenage years and listening to a lot of punk music especially, because that's very straightforward. Sit with me in a field. It's not meant to be complicated, it's no frills. So yeah, definitely, like just taking the things I've gone through and putting it out there and saying, hello, anybody else been through this? And a bunch of people going like, I've also been through this thing. Pre-transition, a lot of trans people pre-transition kind of don't know who they are and don't know what they like, and they feel like they're kind of performing an idea of who they're supposed to be. And I definitely did, you know, like I got into like hyper-aggressive punk music, which I'm still into, but like I kind of shunned like bubbly pop music because it's not for boys, and you know, when you're pre-transition trans and you're really trying to play into these gender roles and you're trying to like push away the feelings, I think music is a wonderful thing, and listening to other people's forms of therapy has been therapeutic in and of itself, so I hope to kind of do the same for other people in a way. You don't quite get to be yourself, so since transition I've really found my musical taste has opened up more. It hasn't necessarily changed, but it has become a lot broader, and I'm allowing myself to listen to kinds of music that I never would have before. And yeah, like obviously the kind of music you listen to very much influences the kind of music you make. So like, yeah, I'm making a lot more kind of poppy stuff. I've started up a new side project lately that is all just bubbly pop music, and what music means to me is kind of all of those things. Like, yeah.